Okay, for those who aren't aware, I used to be really good at a little thing in Halo called Grifball. This is just a random Twitch video of some people playing Grifball. I think it was in matchmaking. It might have been League. I'm not sure. Um, so this is Nihilus, I believe it is. He's one of the American pro players. He's really, really good. So I used to be at this level, possibly even better. I used to be really good at Grifball. And I really want to get back into it. I really want to do some videos on Grifball. Obviously, the next matchmaking season doesn't start for another few weeks because it's only available for a week for whatever dumb reason. Thanks, 343. But I figure the best way is to just let people know what what is this game, because you're going to be watching me play this a lot, and or not. Maybe you're not. You're probably just going to ignore it. But if you do want to watch it, it's best to know what this game is, and I'm here to explain it all. So there's two teams of four: red team, blue team. And the goal is obviously as that to put the bomb in the other side. It's best of five, best of nine. Depends on what you're playing. League games are best of nine. Matchmaking games are best of five. Now the gravity hammer has a shockwave. You can use that to move yourself faster. The gravity hammer is the main weapon in the sport. Then there's the energy sword. The energy sword is for taking out the ball carrier like that. See, that energy sword made him a one-hit kill. The ball carrier does get a shield, which means he can usually take a hit from the hammer as long as it's not a direct hit and keep going. However, if his timing is right, he can also punch a sword user in the face. And as you see, Cornchip just got an easy goal there, just because only one person contested it. So there is a little bit of a rock, paper, scissors. Hammer beats sword, sword beats ball, ball beats hammer. But when you're good, you can reverse it. You can make that go the other way around. And realistically, anything works there. And here we go. It's a beautiful plant, easy stuff. They stopped him. I am amazed they stopped him. So yeah, realistically, it's all about just getting that ball and just getting it to the other plant zone as quick as you can. And obviously, yeah, your gravity hammer shockwaves allow for some tricks. The shields on the ball carrier and the fact that the ball carrier has a slight movement speed advantage make for some tricks. It looks really simple, and on the surface, it is simple on a very surface level. Once you start getting really into it, though, it gets extremely intuitive, and there is a lot that you've got to account for once you do get past that surface introduction. So yeah, at its most basic level, anyone can play it. Realistically, anyone can play it, and anyone can play it relatively well. But then once you get to like the high tier players, it's insane. Nihilus and Cornchip here are both really good players. Again, I'm not sure if they're playing matchmaking or if they're just playing against randoms. Do check out his channel. He plays Grifball a fair amount, and he's very good at it. The sword gives you a lunge, which means you're a guaranteed hit on the ball carrier, which is cool, but it gives the ball carrier also the opportunity to see that you're coming and punch you in the face. And as long as you have shields from having the ball, those hammers are pretty much worthless for the first hit. There he lost shields because he just punched someone. So generally if you get hit, you lose. Oh, that was a beautiful play. Oh my god. See, that's the difference between your regular player and your great player. Alright, he had the forethought to drop the ball. That brings out his hammer, and then he can take the kill. There he's convinced his teammate, convinced his enemy to kill their ball carrier. So that good old team kill. That's the thing, like you can spawn kill in this very easily, especially with the hammers. That's a launch, and oh my god, that was beautiful, and that should have been a plan. That was so. Can we just go back and watch that? Oh my god, that was something else, honestly. So here, they are getting out-tanked here. Their two teammates they've got aren't really helping them. They've got the enemies are just pushing this front line up. This guy's got his sword out. He's trying to get the kill. These two are just focused on either if this guy drops, he'll have no shields for this guy, and this guy's just getting the tanking out. So they're all going off to the side. The extra tank has just come in the background here. Now, he's gone for the kill. He was out of range, but this has forced Nihilus to back up. Now, what's happened here is Cornchip has jumped. This guy's swapping to his sword, so he's just got a bit of a delay there. This guy's ready for it. This guy's been watching with his sword for long enough to just be like, yep, I'm ready for this. Now, the gravity hammer has a shockwave, as I said. If you slam your hammer at the ball carrier while they're airborne, they will launch, as we're about to see. So now these guys are way down here. This guy's getting serious air as well as a speed boost from the launch. It just is sending him flying. Obviously, if you know about these launches and stuff, you can predict it, you can pull out your sword, you can jump, and you can reach them with the sword launch. It locks on. Of course, Cornchip's no amateur. He's not going to let you just get him like that, and he just punched the guy down. Now, at this point, he is so far ahead. He's killed the one guy that was a threat. He's so far ahead, this guy cannot get to him. Absolutely cannot. However, because he's punched the sword carrier, and the sword user has hit him, so he didn't kill him, but he did hit him. And that's just killed killed Cornchip's shields. And this is where the play gets intricate, is when you go for the big plays like this. The other players on the field do not matter. However, one thing that matters is right here, it shows that someone was beat down. I think that's the message that's in red disappearing, is that someone on blue team was actually beat down, which means you got about a 2 or 3 second window before he respawns over here from when he's beat down. And unfortunately, he has respawned here. Cornchip doesn't have the shields, and while this player here closest to us has no effect on the ball carrier because the ball carrier runs faster, this guy is close enough and has a hammer on spawn, which you always have the hammer when you respawn, so he can stop the ball carrier here. He gets the stop. This guy had just given up. There's nothing he could do except watch as they got scored on. And fortunately, they didn't. Very well done by the blue team to get away with that. That play from the red guys was amazing. And it's a real shame that didn't work. Sometimes it won't. And here, he's got that easy slice. Now, he did get betrayed there. And that's... Unfortunately, that cost them the plant because Pleasant Gun was able to get to the ball before anyone else. But the way that generally works is sometimes it's called confirming the kill. Yes, you're betraying your teammate 100%. But if your teammate has failed that sword swing, then you need to be swinging already. Okay, you need to be killing them straight away with the hammer because they'll have no shields. You can't run in with 2 swords because if you both get stopped, that's worthless. Yeah, a sword and a hammer is a guaranteed kill. At this point, they swapped to their swords. Here's another nice thing to look at. They all swapped to their swords there because the ball carrier was close. They were wrong. He had just punched someone. They could see his shields had popped because you actually have a glowy outline. And because they didn't pay attention to the fact that his shields had popped, they all had their swords out. If they had their hammers out, there was not a thing he could do to them. Now he's backed up, and now they're only just pulling their hammers out for the fight. This guy is very focused on the ball carrier. However, he's not going to catch... the motion tracker is great. So you got some circles here. This circle here, the inside circle, if a red dot is inside that circle, and they have a sword out, they are in range. They can kill you. This line here, as long as it's inside this triangle, that is your hammer's range. Anything in there will die when you swing your hammer, and anything really close around here will also die. But that one is a little less of a fine, proven thing as to how far out you can go, because it doesn't have a line. The lines really help. So yeah, this is your vision, is this section here, and if they're in your vision as well as in this circle, they're dead if you swing your hammer. And then if they're behind you, if there's a red dot here, you're dead. He can just sword lunge you. And most good players, like really good players, can play just by looking at their motion tracker. You can block this whole screen. As long as that motion tracker's there, I can still play the game. It's crazy, but you can. It's not, obviously not as good, but it is, most of the time you just play off this anyway. So he can see that there's nothing here to contest him. His only contest is this guy over here, which is this red dot here. There is no way that with his, 10 or 25, it depends on which version. Some versions it's 10% speed boost, some versions it's 25. I think it's 10 for this one. With his 10% speed boost, he should be able to get there. You only have to get within 1 meter of the plant, of that little circle there, to actually plant the ball. Now, he can not only get there probably faster, or close to as fast, but he'll be able to kill this guy if it comes to a fight, and ain't no one else getting in there. So he's got a plant here. Yeah. The other guy wasn't even looking at him, didn't have time to react. So it was an easy goal. So now this swing here, when he turns around and swings backwards at the start while jumping, that's to use the shockwave to launch him. You do risk killing your teammates if they get in your way, but maybe they shouldn't get in your way. So he gets to the ball way faster than anyone else, purely because, like, he's got that speed advantage. This guy's given up because it is apparently matchmaking. Yeah, it is just matchmaking, so there's no point playing that fifth round because it's first to 3 wins, really. And he plugs himself. Can I leave that plug up? I really like Nihilus as a player. He's very good. There you go. So if anyone else wants to check him out, there it is. That's the basics of Grifball. I will be putting out more videos soon. I'm going to go through my old highlights, the old highlight reels that I got into, as well as I'm going to go through the single Halo Clips videos of a couple of Grifball videos that popped up there. And I might review some actual American League games, just depending on how we go. Just talking about them and watching them back, because there's a lot to look at. And in roughly 2 to 3 weeks' time, MCC is going to have Grifball as an active playlist, and I will be playing, and I will be recording, and I'm gonna show off, guys. I'm not gonna just play to win. No. I'm gonna play to flex on people. Like, I love this game. It is my favorite of any video game of all time, and I'm really excited to give it a shot. I'm gonna be a bit rusty, but let's hope that that's not a problem. Let's hope I quickly warm up.